Good day, here is the news at noon. First, the highlights. Lagos State Materials Testing Laboratory, Physical Planning Permit Authority partner to avert building collapse. Federal government urges stakeholders in production distribution chain to help curb consumers' exploitation. On the foreign scene, death toll rises as Typhoon Yagi continues to devastate Vietnam. And in sport, Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta signs a new 3-year deal. Now the details. I am Dele Agadumo. In a bid to curb building disaster across the metropolis, the Lagos State Materials Testing Laboratory, LSMTL agency, has formed a synergy with the Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority, LASPA, to ensure that all construction defects are adequately averted. Speaking at a forum with town planning executives at the LASPA office in Ikeja, the general manager of LSMTL, Olayinka Abdul, reiterated her agency's commitment to ensuring the safety of structures across the state using quality materials. While reiterating the mandate of LSMTL in checking building materials, Abdul said the agency is reviewing its system through processes that will validate its results. On his part, the general manager of LASPA, Kehinde Oshinaike, said all remodeling and structural procedures across Lagos State require a considerable test to ascertain the safety of structures across the metropolis. Lagos State Task Force has carried out a major anti-Okada operation at Aunt Kenny bus stop in Ikorodu and Berger bus stop. The agency's chairman, Adetayo Akerele, said the operation, which targeted areas restricted by the Lagos State government, resulted in the confiscation of 64 motorcycles which had been operating on the restricted routes, thereby flouting the ban on their activities on all highways in the metropolis. Akerele said enforcement exercise is part of the ongoing efforts by the agency to maintain order and ensure compliance with the state government's ban on Okada operations in designated areas. He reiterated the government's stance, warning Okada operators to desist from flouting the law. Former Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, has charged Eco Club on 50 years development plans that will confront the challenges ahead for sustainability. Fashola gave the charge at the 50th anniversary lecture of the club themed Eco Club at 50, the role of special clubs in social engineering. According to him, the theme deserves utmost commendation, saying matters of dominant common interests of today are dynamic. Fashola, who highlighted the roles of social clubs, charged the current executive members of Eco Club on initiatives and programs that would make public office holders accountable, gave insight into government plans and policies, societal issues and climate change, among others.
Nobody can pretend that there is no global opioid and drug epidemic. And we are no longer immune from it. We are living with it. Families are suffering in silence. What are we doing about this? These are the challenges the next few years. And we have to get a plan to confront it. As I said, if the interest and welfare of individuals concerns us, then the interest of every one of us must be the interest of all of us.
In his address, chairman of the day, Akin Kekere urged the club to build a think tank that would touchlight the activities and happenings within the state.
Social engineering of whatever the state government is going to do. I don't believe we do it very best now. But I think, Mr. President, if I may ask, you should have a think tank that will see to what is going on in the state. And we should impact whatever is going on in the state. This is the law that must be recognized.
In his remarks, the 22nd president of Eco Club, Razak Amadu, said the club's activities go beyond socializing, assuring that it would continue to make valuable impacts that would improve the society. The event featured documentaries and award presentations to the guest speaker, Babatunde Fashola, and chairman of the day, Akin Kikiriekun, among other activities. And as the rest of the stories, the Federal Competition and Consumers Protection Commission, FCCPC, has appealed to stakeholders in the production and distribution value chain to join the drive to curb price fixing and other unethical practices. The Vice Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the agency, Tunji Bello, made the appeal while addressing captains of large and small-scale industries, leaders of market associations, transport operators and service providers at a town hall meeting hosted by the Commission in Lagos. According to him, the meeting was necessitated by startling discoveries made by the Commission during a survey conducted nationwide. Bello, who acknowledged that the exchange rate and the increase in petrol price made old prices unsustainable, frowned at the disproportionate increases in the prices of food items, which he said were often perpetrated by cartels to exploit consumers. Office of the Representatives of the Olu of Warri and liaison to the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has raised an alarm of ocean surge threatening the continued existence of some Ishekiri communities in Warri North local government area of Delta State. The office called on the federal government of Nigeria and the Delta State government, as well as non-governmental organizations, to, as a matter of urgency, come to the aid of these vulnerable communities. This was contained in a statement signed by the Monarch's representative to NNPCL, Edema Orishemei. It stated that some residents whose homes have been washed away revealed that they are now forced to squeeze 10 people into a single room for shelter. And out foreign news, about 200 people have died in Vietnam in the aftermath of Typhoon Yagi, and more than 125 people are missing in flash floods and landslides take their toll. The death toll spiked earlier in the week as a flash flood swept away the entire hamlet of Lang Nu in northern Vietnam's La Chai province on Tuesday. Hundreds of rescue personnel have worked tirelessly to search for survivors, but 53 villagers remain missing. Now, sports. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has agreed on a new 3-year contract with the club. The Spaniard was set to be out of contract at the end of the season, but is now expected to stay till 2027. The Gunners appointed Arteta, who had been working as a coach under Pep Guardiola at Manchester City at the time, to replace compatriot Unai Emery as boss in December 2019. He led Arsenal to victory in the FA Cup final at the end of the 2019 and 2020 campaign to claim his first major trophy as a manager. And that is our news at noon. Just before we go, remember, speed thrills but kills. Please avoid excessive speed. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration trained 250 residents in an entrepreneurship mentorship program? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news are the highlights of the major stories. In a bid to curb building disasters across the metropolis, the Lagos State Materials Testing Laboratory, LSMTL agency, has formed a synergy with the Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority, LASPA, to ensure that all construction defects are adequately averted. The Federal Competition and Consumers Protection Commission, FCCPC, has appealed to stakeholders in the production and distribution value chain to join the drive to curb price fixing and other unethical practices. We also told you that about 200 people have died in Vietnam in the aftermath of Typhoon Yagi, and more than 125 people are missing as floods and landslides take their toll. And in sports, Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has agreed on a new 3-year contract with the club. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends news broadcast compiled by Aderayo Iduwolaya. I am Dele Agadumo. Good afternoon. Thank you for listening.